A symbol group is an association of independent retailers working together, typically in association with a wholesaler, under a common brand. Pharmacy is becoming a much more complex business to run, and it's becoming almost impossible for an independent pharmacist to run it effectively. To that end, I would suggest that working together under a common symbol is a far better way of doing business. Resources can be pooled collectively and common knowledge used, so pressure taken off an individual pharmacist to run a good, effective household brand. In the past, I found that I've concentrated almost exclusively on my dispensing business, as I'm sure many independent pharmacists in Ireland have done. Times are changing now, and with the pressures on pharmacy business in Ireland, it's time for pharmacists to look at the front of shop offering and to professionalise that. And access to a symbol group like Life Pharmacy really enables me to improve my offering in that respect. I actually enjoy the camaraderie. I found pharmacy in the past to be very isolating, and I enjoy working with other pharmacists and improving the standards of the pharmacy service that I deliver as a result.
I decided to become a member of the Life Pharmacy Symbol Group because I wanted to join a professional brand. As an independent community pharmacist, I'm very much focused on my patients and on the community, and I just wanted to add an extra layer of professionalism and credibility to my business. You retain your independence through having your name firmly planted above the door. That doesn't change. Your staff, your staffing, how you control your business doesn't change. Your buying, your ordering, everything that you're used to doing, you still have absolute control over. My focus in the pharmacy is obviously on my patients, on my customers. So I don't have time to spend on front of shop, category management. We're also quite tight on space, and I found the support that I got from the Life team in terms of category management and knowing what products to stock, top sellers, invaluable. I found the business intelligence aspect particularly helpful. You get a report maybe once a week with 5 or 6 points that you can pick on. You're not bombarded with reports. For example, you get your level of generic penetration, recommendations for what generics to use, high-tech patients' care fees that you might have missed out on, and you can bring those points to your team to help improve your margin. If I was speaking to a pharmacist who was thinking about coming on board the Life Pharmacy Symbol Group and who are having reservations, I would reassure them that they will maintain their independence and full control of their business, but the support that they would gain in terms of business intelligence, buying power and category management is really very helpful. It's important to be part of a symbol group because it adds a level of credibility to what you're doing, and I think it's about perception. People perceive that they're going to get better service and better value when your pharmacy is part of a brand.
Life Pharmacy initially had 6 full franchise members. There was an additional 2 members to that before we moved to Life Pharmacy Symbol Group. Within Life Pharmacy Symbol Group to date, we are at 50 pharmacies. Growth has been very fast. We're expecting to reach our full capacity of approximately 200 pharmacies by the end of 2016, early 2017. So Life Pharmacy Symbol Group are still in a recruitment phase, and we're looking to pitch ourselves to be the innovative healthcare professional leaders within the pharmacy network with trained professional staff, consumer offerings, and our national advertising and marketing campaign will ensure that we'll get to that space.
Well, customers are responding very positively to it, and I mean, you definitely notice a lift when they come in the door. That I suppose they're a little bit happier than they used to be. I've learned that it's good not to be on my own anymore, that's for sure. Our staff are learning a lot as well. You know, they have had coaching and day to day, like it's a dynamic environment, and day to day we're learning all the time. And again, if we were on our own, we would not certainly be in the place we are now. Well, I had reservations, of course, but they very quickly disappeared, and I am 100% happy with my decision to join Life, and I'm looking forward to the future. And in the current environment in pharmacy, I'm delighted to be able to say that, because when I was on my own, it didn't feel that positive. Definitely didn't feel that positive.
We decided to join the Life Group because we wanted the buying power of a group of pharmacies whilst also retaining our individuality. So we've got the best of both worlds. You've got the advantage of experience from all your colleagues that are in the Life brand that come from all different kinds of backgrounds. We all have the same business goal, but we go about it different ways. The advantage of you being part of this group is it's not just purchasing, but you get the advantage of maybe marketing ideas, even new business strategies, and then sometimes just someone to bounce something off. And that's very advantageous because you don't have to kind of go through it right from the beginning. They understand what background you're coming from, and it can be quite useful. It's also quite time saving in that you sometimes can spend a lot of time trying to generate information for particular issues, and somebody already has done that and they're willing to share that information with you. Initially we were meeting up quite a lot. Now as things are starting to roll and they're acquiring more pharmacies, I would say maybe once every month, couple of months. It depends. There are different groups within Life, and so if you have a particular interest, you can, volunteer your services in that particular section, or you can get involved in as much or a little as you want. Well, the consulting room I think is a great idea. Initially I thought it was a waste of space, but in actuality it's the space that you make it. So what we are doing is we're really trying to promote services that we can offer that are specific to pharmacy and specific to our skill set. We do an awful lot of emergency contraception. We do an awful lot of work with patients with regard to going through their medicine. And then people just want to have a private space to share something with you. And those people will come back again because they were able to have the first conversation, and it gets them to have more confidence in you and then more confidence in the pharmacy and your offering. Going forward, we hope to use our consulting room for such thing as weight management, which we do a bit of anyway, orthotics, we're considering warfarin clinics. There's a huge number of things. We do the 24-hour blood pressure monitor, we do cholesterol testing, we do an awful lot of emergency contraception. So we get good use out of our room, but it's as successful as you want it to be. This is actually more than a shop, that there's a little bit more to it. And then it gives us an opportunity to really display our extra skills that are sometimes not utilised or not advertised or promoted well enough. And I think this is a real opportunity for us to actually start showing and informing people of the things that we can do, because a lot of times when we would have conversations with patients, they go, I thought I had to go to my doctor for that. I go, no, absolutely, you come to us anytime you want. We're here from morning to evening. They'll have the advantage of having the individual service that they get from an independent pharmacy, whilst also having the advantage of us being able to offer maybe products and services at first of all at a price that is more competitive, but also to offer them services and product that we wouldn't be able to access as individuals, but we can as a buying group. So I said they win all round. They get the individual personal care and attention, and they get really good value for money.
When we hit that magic 200 figure, which I think is going to be fairly soon at the rate we're going, really then it's about cranking it up. It's about becoming the household name, which is the real strength of a brand and the reason for the brand. And then it's about leveraging our position to buy better for the members, have more deals for consumers, have more services for consumers, and ultimately drive footfall into the members. Where we are at the moment with the national advertising plans is that we're hitting national TV actually from May 2015, and that's the start of it. We've already recorded and we'll be hitting the national regional radio stations as well. And that's set in for the rest of the year. We already have a committed plan recorded that will really start to drive the awareness of the Life Pharmacy name as a group with the individual consumer, which is ultimately when you really start to become a brand, as opposed to just being lots of pharmacies with the same name over the door. Looking forward into 2016, the plan is actually to just keep advancing it and ratcheting that up and grow it month on month, year on year. It's a long-term committed plan for the group to deliver a brand that the consumers will know and recognise.
To pharmacists considering joining a symbol group, I would highly recommend it. I believe that with the complexity of having a full professional front of shop offering, as well as the complexities of running a proper dispensary, it's no longer possible for an independent to really meet those targets efficiently and effectively without the help of a symbol group or similar-minded colleagues.